Hello, everybody. I have talked to a few people, and there seems to be some confusion about the second function that you have to write for Project 3 for the stacks. So I figured that I would I'd do a little video to explain this. It helped another person, so I thought maybe it could help some other people. I felt that it was really helpful to me to be able to visualize what's supposed to be happening in the project in order to understand what I'm supposed to be writing and why my code is not functioning properly. So anyways, I'm just going to walk through this real quick. I'm going to skip over, I'll do the first function, a walkthrough of what the first function is doing the first time, but the times after that I'm going to skip it and just work on the second function. So if you need help with the first function, then just message me. I'd be happy to help you. So for this first one, I've got the first equation up here in the corner. It's actually from the project. It's 8 times 5 plus 3. So I'm going to put that in here as our infix, 8 times 5 plus 3. And so when the first function goes through this, what it's going to do is it's going to convert the values here using this stack right here, which is, this is my visualization of the operator stack. The operator stack is only used inside of the first function. The operand stack is only used in the second function. So in the first function, your program is going to take this number 8 that's right here, and it will convert it or add it to the postfix string, and then it will iterate, or however you want to move through the string. You'll get to this multiplication sign, which is an operator, and it's going to add that operator to the stack over here. So now we've got multiplication over here, and then an 8 inside your string. We hit 5 now. 5 is added to the string. Plus is an operator. So the program is going to move over into the operator stack, and it's going to say, is multiplication of a higher precedence than addition? Because that's what we have right now. It's going to say, yes, it is. So we'll pop multiplication, the multiplier off the stack, and add it into the string, and then it will push the plus into the stack. Now we are at this 3 value. It's going to push 3 into the string, and now the function should have a loop at the end where it just pops anything else that's left on the stack off, and so it will just pop off that plus and add it to the end of the postfix string. So now the program should return the postfix string back to the main program, and then you will push, or you'll call the EvaluatePostfix function and use the postfix string as your argument. And so now what it's going to do is it's going to iterate through your postfix string, and it's looking for operands instead of operators. So we're going to be taking numbers and pushing those onto the stack. And so the first number is an 8, so that gets pushed onto the stack. Second number, you will also, by the way, need to account for the spaces, because the program does not know what to do with the space. The code that he provided is going to assume that spaces are operators. So you'll need to add some sort of either another else if statement or code inside of the else statement to account for the spaces. So we've got the 8 in the stack. We're going to push 5 to the stack as well. The next thing we run into is this multiplication symbol, which is going to be in the else statement. You'll just equal your operator value, whatever you want to call it, to that multiplication symbol. So this will be of type char. And then these values up here, whatever you want to call them, these are going to be doubles. And so now you've got your multiplication. What it's going to do is it's going to pop the first number off of the stack, which is 5, and that is going to be your right-hand operator. And then it's going to pop the second number off the stack, which is an 8, and that'll be your left-hand operator. So now it's going to evaluate this. Left-hand operator is 5 times right-hand operator, which is 8. You'll need to add either a function that does this for you, or you could use nested if-else statements, switch case statements, something like that. Just some ideas. So this is going to, we popped the 8 off the stack. 5 times 8 is 40. So now it's going to take this number 40 and push it back onto the stack. So now we finished with that times symbol. We're going to move on to the next number here, which is 3. 3 gets pushed onto the stack. And now we have the plus symbol. So operator is plus. First number, 3, is going to get popped off the stack. It is your right-hand operator. 40 is popped off the stack. It is your left-hand operator. 40 plus 3, 43. 43 is now pushed onto the stack. And now your program is going to do something to pop that number 43 off the stack and return it to main. Once the value is returned to main, that's when you'll print it out. So that was that one. So I'll go through just a couple more here. So I think a good second example is to go through this same thing, except the next one has parentheses. So what we'll do here is we'll just erase that and add the parentheses in. 1 plus 3. So now when this goes through, we're going to have 8. Change colors here. 8 is added to the string. Multiply goes into the operator stack. We have a left parenthesis, which is also added to the stack. And then we have a 5. We hit this plus sign here. So now it's going to come here, and your function, when it checks the operators for precedence, it's going to check and say, is the stack top a parenthesis and an open parenthesis? And in this case, yes, it is. So it's not going to check precedence. It's just going to go ahead and add the plus symbol to the stack. So now we hit 3. 3 gets added to the string. And now, at the bottom of your first function, it's just going to start popping stuff off the stack. And as long as it's not a parenthesis, then it's going to add it to the string. So now we have plus added to the string, pop it off the stack. Now we have a parenthesis that does not get printed to the string, just pop it. And then multiply gets popped off the stack and added to the string. So now our postfix, 853 plus times, and you can see over here that is what he has. So now we're going to go through this, and we are going to evaluate. So now we have 8 gets added to the operand stack. We have 5 added to the operand stack. We have 3 added to the operand stack. Or sorry, pushed. All 3 of those are pushed to the stack. Our first operator is plus. This is where it's important that you make sure the first number that comes off the stack is your right-hand operator, which is 3. That gets popped from the stack. Next one is 5, left-hand operator. Now we evaluate this. 5 plus 3. Sorry, I forgot to pop that off the stack. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 gets pushed onto the stack. And now our next value after the plus symbol is the multiplication symbol. So multiply Right hand operator is 8, left hand is 8. Pop those off the stack. 8 times 8, 64. 64 gets pushed onto the stack, and then the program returns this value to main, and you print it out in main, like I said before. So now we've seen that. I'm just going to go ahead and jump to the final one because it covers quite a few bases. So give me 1 second while I erase this. All right, so final equation. It's a bit long, but you can see here we have seven times 9 plus 7 minus 5 times 6 plus 3 minus 4. And this is where it's important that you have the have your program paying attention to this left-hand operator, right-hand operator stuff when it's pulling from the stack, because if you have it out of order, it's going to mess up your subtraction and division. So as we go through this, we've got 7 added to the postfix string. Multiplication is added to the operator's stack. 9 is added to the string. Plus is you try to push that to the stack. It's going to check, and it's going to say that multiplication is actually of higher precedence, so that is popped off the stack, and your addition is added on. Then you hit 7. Now you have a minus. Now the important thing here is that the program needs to understand that you're not actually checking to see if the current value is less than the stack top. You actually want to check and see if it's less than equal to. Very important, because now, so technically plus and minus are of equivalent precedence, just like multiplication and division are of equivalent precedence. And so when you're evaluating this, we're right here at the minus symbol. Minus and equals are, minus and plus are equal to each other. And so you're actually going to pop the plus off the stack and add that here. Minus gets added onto the stack. We're going to continue now. 5 is added to the string. Multiplication is of higher precedence than minus, so it's going to be added just straight onto the stack because it's not, this is not true. This right here is not true. So anyways, it just gets pushed straight onto the stack. So now 6 is our next number. Plus is actually of a lower precedence than multiplication is, so we're going to pop that off the stack, and we're going to add that to our string. And this should be in a while loop, so now plus is going to be compared to minus. Those are equal to each other. So now minus is popped off the stack and added to the string, and plus is added to the stack. Alrighty, so now we're here. So now the next number is going to be a 3. And let me just move this over so you can still see everything here. There you go. Alrighty. So now we're at 3 here. It's added. Subtraction is equal to plus. So plus is going to be printed now. Subtraction is added there. And then we do a 4. And now the first function is going to go through with its while loop and unload the stack so that it's empty, which means it's going to pop minus off the stack and add it to the string. And So this is your postfix right here, which is equivalent, if we check here, 7 plus 5, 6 times minus 3 plus 4 minus, yeah. All right, so we're good there. Everything is working well. And so now we're going to go through the postfix function, and we're going to add our operands onto the operand stack. So first number 7, added to the stack. 9, added to the stack. Multiplication. That is our operator. And so first number popped off the stack is right-hand operator. Second number is left-hand operator. Those get popped off the stack. Multiplication gives you 63. That gets pushed onto the stack. Now we're here at the 7. 7 gets pushed onto the stack. Addition. 7 is our right-hand operator. 63 our left. Pop those off the stack. Those equal 70, which gets pushed onto the stack. We are now at 5, which is pushed onto the stack, and 6, which is pushed onto the stack. We hit this multiplication symbol. Right-hand operator is 6, left hand is 5. Those are popped off the stack as they're read, just to clarify. 5 times 6 is 30, which is pushed onto the stack. Now we hit subtraction, which is the next operator. We still have two numbers on the operand stack. So now first number is 30 for your right-hand operator. 70 is your left-hand operator. Those are removed from the stack. And this is where it's important that you make sure the top of the stack, the first one goes into the right-hand operator, second one goes into the left-hand, because now we're doing 70 minus 30, not 30 minus 70. This is going to equal 40, and that gets pushed onto the stack. Now 3 is pushed onto the stack because we're here now, and then plus is the next operator. 3 is your right-hand operator. 40 is your left-hand operator. Pop those off of the stack, and 43 is pushed onto the stack. Now we're here at 4, which is pushed onto the stack, and subtraction is the next operator. Your first number off the stack is 4, which is the right-hand operator. Pop that. 43 is your left-hand operator. Pop that. 43 minus 4 is 39, which is pushed onto the stack. And then your program will pop the number that's left on the stack off of the stack and return it to main. And then it will print it out. And that is how the first and the InToPostfix function and EvaluatePostfix function should be working, as far as I understand. I am printing out proper output with the information that I'm explaining. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm not getting any points on Zybooks, so maybe I'm implementing it incorrectly, but Visual Studio is outputting all the correct information as he has displayed in the examples on Zybooks right here. So if you're having issues getting this output, this will give you the output. I just can't guarantee that it will actually give you points on Zybooks, and I will make sure that I notate that before you watch this video. If you have any questions or need any help, I'm more than happy to help if I can. Just keep in mind, like I said, I cannot guarantee you points on Zybooks, and I will not necessarily provide you code. Thanks for watching.